From LALATE News headquarters in Santa Monica, this is Mornings LALATE.
It's a big early mornings update about your fourth stimulus check of 2021 with incredible great news. This is Early Mornings LALATE, and wow, fourth stimulus is heading to the finish line. We go over that monthly stimulus check and how much you're going to get, and why the Senate plan is looking a lot better than the House plan in lieu of the breaking news. Then we go to the fifth stimulus package and why the fifth stimulus package got more great news, but what's going to be happening today from the Federal Reserve that may confuse the situation. I'm going to clarify it before it happens. Then we go over the incredible big money that's landing in your bank account, some automatic and some that you got to apply for. And it's across the land, $5, $10, $15, $20,000 money you can get right now. And we're going to go over it, how you get it. It's a big morning. The toast is toasted. The butter is buttering. I'm here, you're here, and let's get to it. This is Early Mornings LALATE. Good morning, everybody. It's Early Mornings LALATE. How you doing? What a big week it is. We have incredible great news about your fourth stimulus check in this recording. How's the weather where you are? It is nice today in Los Angeles. We've had wonderful weather all week long. I hope it's good weather where you are. How's the weather where you are? Drop in the comments. I'd love to see where people are tuning in from. It's Early Mornings LALATE with great exciting news about your fourth stimulus check update of 2021. We're going to go over how much you're going to get, when you're going to get it, and why there's a major twist that makes the Senate plan look a lot better than the House plan. I'll go over the breaking news on that in this recording. Then on the second half, we're going to get to fifth stimulus, the SSI and SSDI reform, which you now understand will lift your benefits lifetime, but could they get a major step up on top of that in December? Oh boy, exciting, great news. And then in the middle of this recording, we go over the big money available for you right now and money landing in your bank account. It's a big morning with a lot of breaking news. Thank you for joining me. This is LALATE, the only 24-hour day, 5 days a week, no, 7 days a week, financial news channel. From Wall Street to Main Street, from crypto to stimulus, everything is covered on this channel to get you financially stable. Subscribe. And boy, what a fun run we're having. 400,000 subscribers breaking YouTube records in the 1 year and a few days. Away we go. Let's head to 1 million subscribers. Tell people to come over. Share these videos on Reddit. Share the videos on YouTube. Subscribe and also like this video. 2,000-3,000 likes. It really helps. And consider becoming a member. Purple Hawk, Purple Power, Calcino VIP. Let's start with the breaking news about four stimulus checks. Four stimulus checks got a strange twist yesterday, and that twist will continue to twirl all week long as we now see that the Senate proposal may be better than the House. If you're tuning in live when this show debuts at 4 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, 7 o'clock on the East Coast, get ready to vote. House or Senate? House or Senate? So the House proposal, as you know, provides stimulus checks for the remainder of the pandemic plus 1 year. It's that word pandemic that could be coming back to surprise us. House proposal, pandemic plus 1 year, whereas the Senate proposal is stimulus checks from July to December. Both are monthly. It's just the House proposal was a lot more stimulus checks. So let's say the pandemic's 3 more months. It's 3 months plus 12, 15 months of stimulus checks. Senator's 6 months. It looked like the House proposal was better until potentially we looked at the monthly amount where the House proposal was $1,000 after the first month. The Senate amount was unknown on a monthly basis. Where word on the street was it's this. Wow, wow, wow. $2,000 a month over 6 months, $12,000. Or $14 a month over 6 months, $8,400. So suddenly, we weren't sure if the Senate or House proposals were better. Clearly, the Senate proposal was more money faster. House proposal was cumulatively more money, just longer. And then came the breaking news all yesterday, the day before, and it started on Thursday. The breaking news is that the pandemic may be, for purposes of legislation, over. Now, I understand for purposes of medicine, the virus is not gone. But for purposes of legislation, the pandemic may be over. And here's the new indication. Wednesday, New York reopens. All mask mandates are lifted, according to the Democratic governor, Andrew Cuomo. In California, the mask mandates are lifted. in the state of California, June 15th. New Jersey hasn't made up their mind just yet. They're holding off on that one. The president lifted the mask mandate on White House grounds on Friday. The CDC announced it on Thursday. And then retailers across the country, Lowe's, CVS, Ultra Beauty, Home Depot, one after another, Trader Joe's, lifting the mask mandate unless required locally, which now seems to suggest that maybe the House proposal of pandemic plus 1 year was short thinking because the vote is in July. By all accounts, the pandemic's over by July. That means that the House proposal will only be 1 year of checks at $1,000 a pop after the first month, $13,000, 12 months, House versus, get ready to vote, 6 months, Senate, potentially the same amount, $12,000. Now the Senate proposal looks like a lot more money. So let's go over the details of how much you're going to get and when you're going to get it and what's going on. So it's a two-bill, two-step, two-month process already in a way called reconciliation. Doesn't need a Republican vote. It's all Democrat. The bill would provide a stimulus check of the same amount for adult dependents, minor dependents. All people would get the same stimulus check. And do you get one? You do. So if you got a third stimulus check, you get a fourth stimulus check. If you make less than $75,000, a single individual, you get a fourth stimulus check. Married couple, $150,000 or less, you get a fourth stimulus check. Just double it. Household four or less, you get a fourth stimulus check. Just quadruple it. And yes, if you're on SSI, SSDI, Social Security, Railroad benefits, you get a fourth stimulus check. One person yesterday on Afternoons LALATE, I think it was, asked, well, if a family of five, what happens? Only four are getting a stimulus check, just like the third. Is it taxable? No, it's not taxable. It's not income. And when would you get it? You would get it in the month of July, for the month of July. Remember, I'm a reporter. I just report what the legislators are representing, not my representations, their representations. They represent the vote will be in July for the month of July, which means the check would land in the month of July. Then in August, for August. There would be no waves, which refers to consecutive rolling out progressively of checks over time. No, they got to get the checks 1 month at a time. So they got to pounce and get them in July and August. And away we go. That's the fourth stimulus check update of 2021, the biggest single payout you ever seen in the history of this channel. And we now see leadership from both sides of the political spectrum supporting stimulus checks because it gets you back to pre-pandemic levels, getting you caught up in your bills. Has nothing to do with unemployment and has nothing to do with rent. I'll go over those details breaking this morning later in this video. Let me go over also the surprising developing details of what's coming up in the second half of this video, which is that SSI and SSDI reform, fifth stimulus. Fifth stimulus in September, a two-bill, two-step, two-month process. Just like fourth stimulus, it heats up in September. And it raises your benefits up. If you're on SSI, SSDI, Social Security, Railroad benefits, Veterans benefits, Survivor benefits, but it also adds a benchmark, and that benchmark is inflation. Well, you're going to see in the second half of this recording, there's new suggestions that the inflationary benchmark this December may be through the roof, which may bring your benefits through the roof. And I'm going to go over that analysis in advance of today's announcement from the Federal Reserve and explain why the Federal Reserve is going to say something a little confusing. I'll make it easy for you. All right, let's go back to that exciting big money that you can get right now. And boy, I want you to get it. When third stimulus was passed, I told you that there's $5, $10, $15, $20,000 of big money available for you under third stimulus. And to pounce, hawk, as a purple hawk, before anyone else can get it, and pounce because there will be a stimulus stampede. Throughout the scope of these recordings since January, you know that certain items of third stimulus are landing at different times. The money for rent, I'm going over right now. Mortgage assistance, utility assistance, yes. While passed months ago, it's finally landing now in the month of May. $350 billion at your city, county, and state. Other money for other programs are landing in June, July, and consecutively thereafter. But we keep it simple and easy breezy, and we don't forget which one's a third and fourth stimulus in this channel. Let's go first to the rent. Incredible great news. It's $5,000 approximately for 4 to 6 months of rent. Go get it. You get it with that pen and paper ready. Where's my pen? Here it is. Get that pen and paper ready because I got a lot of money to give you in this recording. Stay with me to the very end, and we're going to go over first rent. $5,000 approximately for 4 to 6 months of rent. Where you get it? City Hall, City Housing Authority. County Hall, County Housing Authority. State Hall, State Housing Authority. What are the words you asked for? Rent assistance because of COVID. rent assistance because of COVID. Those are the key words. You don't say stimulus, they won't know what you're talking about. You can't say the Biden Economic Recovery Act. The money is landing locally different times. So it started to roll out last week, will be rolling out this week and rolling out next week. Remember, this is third stimulus, not second stimulus. So they did have money before and ran out of it. This is a new round of money. All right, you would also get money for utilities, homeowners mortgage, and also homeowners utilities. On top of that, you should go get SNAP. Boy, this has been a big winner. In the last few days, I've had countless viewers reach out to me and say, thank you, I got rent. Thank you, I got SNAP. I want you to get SNAP. What is SNAP? It's money for food. It's a lot of money. If you qualify for a stimulus check, you generally qualify for SNAP. Where do you get the money for food? You reach out to Department of Agriculture. Department of Agriculture, also called 211. You can contact them, and boy, the money is a lot of money. Family of four in Hawaii can get upwards of $16,000 a year. Why so much? Because of two executive orders, one from Biden, one from Trump, that raises your benefits up 15% for 1 year. So go get that money. $16,000 in Hawaii for SNAP, $5,000 approximately for rent. Wow, we're only 10 minutes in this video. We are doing really well. But that brings me to two reality check moments right now. Reality check moment number one is that the money for rent, utilities, food is among the big payouts of third stimulus. We're not tracking checks on this channel. We're cashing checks. I don't want you to go from stimulus check to stimulus check to stimulus check. Why? Because there's big other money that actually dwarfs a stimulus check that's available for you, and it's rent. Reality check number two is that it's first come, first serve. So you don't want to sit back and wait because people may get it before you get it. It runs out, they are not going to replenish it. And reality check number three, which is that once this is done, it ain't coming back. Eviction moratorium going away after the end of third stimulus. Mortgage forbearance going away, not coming back under fourth stimulus. Rent, utilities, mortgage assistance, not coming back under fourth stimulus. So you need to get this big money right now. Which brings me to other big money that's landing in your bank account. Wow. I have more viewers every single day saying, that's me. That's me. I'm getting that money. Let's go over that's me money right now. It is money coming back from your states, thousands of dollars. If your state overpaid you unemployment benefits at any time due to a computer malfeasance, computer mistake, and then reached out to you and said, you know what, you need to return the money back to your state, and you did, well, guess what? You're getting that money back to you. The federal government has stepped in and said, any money that was paid to citizens by mistake of a state's computer system was that citizen's money, and the states should not have ordered you to return it. It was not your fault, but it was yours to keep. So the federal government has ordered states to return that money. Incredible, great news. It's thousands of dollars, so go get it. It's landing from your state automatically to the account you have on file. If you want to know the routing time, reach out to your respective state. That brings me now to the next round of money. And yes, viewers are starting to receive this money. It's money back for the federal government for the taxes you paid on your unemployment benefits to the federal government. How much money is this? It is the portion of the tax bill that was the taxes on the unemployment for 2020. And it's coming back from IRS. Let me go over how much money it is, how you're going to get it, and when you're going to get it. First, how much money you're going to get. Here's an example. $9,000 of unemployment benefits, of which your total tax bill was $5,000 to IRS. $4,000 of it was taxes on the unemployment benefits to IRS. You're getting back a check of $4,000. Next, how are you going to get it? You're going to likely get it in the mailbox. Unless your tax return listed a direct deposit account, then it's to that. The mailbox will have a beige or white envelope in it with a beige check written from IRS or Treasury. Subject line refund to you. Very easy breezy. And finally, when are you getting this money? We now know from IRS there'll be 3 phases. Phase 1 is currently underway. Phase 2 starts the end of this week. And phase 3 is the last week of the month of May. Yes, everyone is done in May. And yes, people have already gotten it. Phase 1 is what IRS has identified as single tax filers with very uncomplicated returns, no dependents, no other refunds. Phase 2 is single filers with complicated returns. And phase 3 is joint filers, like husband and wife. Very easy breezy. And there you go. Really exciting, great news. But what was the other exciting, great news overnight, and what should you anticipate today? So the other exciting news overnight came from the surprise report that said a dark money group is spending millions of dollars to get the fourth stimulus package passed. What? What is a dark money group? I've never heard the term until I found the article. A dark money group refers to an investment group where the investors are kept silent, but the investment fund itself is not silent. So you know there's money being done for a particular purpose. You just don't know who's behind the money. And that dark money group is targeting people like Joe Manchin and Chris Sinema to ensure that the fourth stimulus package passes with campaign ads on Facebook and Twitter. Interesting. Then also we have the mask mandates. As governor of New Jersey, Phil Murphy's trying to decide whether to lift the mask mandate or not. And then we had the great news from the President of the United States, where yesterday he made yet another push. And the push was simple: get it done, speaking to his Democratic leadership. Where was his message? His message to support the fourth stimulus package, which has money in it for electrical vehicle charging stations, was at a Ford Motor plant to piggyback on their press blitz of their rollout today of the first ever Ford vehicle, which is an electric pickup. The new F-150 Lightning, which is electric Ford pickup. The president went to the plant to tout the successes of the fourth stimulus package and getting it done, but also had Ford help him with the messaging. Ford said the fact that he's coming shows that the commitment and the interest of our government has an electrification of the auto industry. The fact that we're taking America's favorite vehicle and we're electrifying is really huge exclamation point that hasn't been lost on anyone, including the President of the United States. And that was a comment from Ford chairman Bill Ford. We also learned yesterday that fourth stimulus has to be done because the housing starts continues to get worse. The housing starts was delivered the worst number in April for 15 years, down 13%. And we learned that 15% of builders are leaving houses at foundation, at poured concrete foundation, and not framing them because the price of lumber is still through the roof. Finally, Janet Yellen spoke yesterday at the U.S. Chamber of Commerce. Her comments were very confusing. I'll explain them in a second. But she said that we need to pass the fourth stimulus and need to support it with corporate taxes. With corporate taxes at a historic low of 1%, we believe the corporate tax sector can contribute to the effort. We propose simply return the corporate tax to historical norms. So why is this message confusing? Because she's not giving a rate of the corporate tax return, the corporate tax issue. The corporate tax rate is currently 21%. The president had proposed 28 to 29%. Janet Yellen had proposed a lot of other stuff, which is never going to happen. And the moderate Democrats came in and said, we're not doing 28 to 29%. Give it somewhere in the middle where we want to be at about 25%. And the great news from the president was he said, deal, you got it done. So while Janet Yellen's comments are interesting, they sort of confuse the situation. Not confusing is the volunteership of the viewers of this channel. Viewers have stepped forward to help you get rent and utilities, mortgage assistance, and also internet. They're the volunteers. They're on the community page. Where's the community page? They're in the pinned comment and description of this video. Look for an emoji of a house that has a link to the following webpage, news.lalate.com/community. That's news.lalate.com/community. It's in the description of this video. It sends you to the community page where there's a series of volunteers separated from Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. You can reach out to them to get assistance with your items. And guess what? I'm back in 60 seconds with you with big updates about your fourth stimulus and also fifth stimulus. Stay with me. Don't leave. I'll be back in 60 seconds with exciting great news of what's happening. If you want money right now, not 5 days from now, and not 5 weeks from now, then reach out to the community page. The volunteers can help you find that money for rent and utilities. That's at news.lalate.com/community. The community page features a series of volunteers who are viewers like you. They can help you find rent, utilities, SNAP, food benefits, mortgage assistance, and help you with eviction moratorium questions as well. Their Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram individuals reach out to them and indicate the city and state you're from, and they'll get back to you shortly. That's a community page. Volunteers working for you, viewers helping one another. Stay with LA for more. Join LALATE Daily for the excitement of the new LALATE live daily. The excitement starts on Mornings LALATE at 9 a.m. Home LALATE returns at 11 a.m. daily. and then afternoons LALATE at 1 p.m. Join us daily as the excitement continues live from Santa Monica on LALATE. And the excitement continues right now on Early Mornings LA with incredible great news about your fourth stimulus check update of 2021. Wow, I am so excited for you. The fourth stimulus check is heating up, and in this recording, we're going to go over more details about what's happening with that fourth stimulus check. We'll also go over what's happening in the fifth stimulus package and why the month of July is confusing some viewers across the board. I'll simplify it for you in this recording. But first, subscribe. 400,000 subscribers, what an achievement. 1 year and a few days, no YouTube channel's ever done it before. So thank you. Next up is 1 million. Share these videos on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit. Also join the crypto shows. They are zooming. Viewers are making fortunes. I make them very easy. Very easy. You can start investing at $1 and have a lot of fun. Subscribe, like this video, 3,000 subscribers, and also consider becoming a member. Purple Hawk, Purple Power, or Calcino VIP. Let's get to the breaking details. Fifth stimulus is the latest stimulus package that would heat up in the fall. The fifth stimulus package has its add-on like the fourth stimulus package. The fourth stimulus package has an add-on of stimulus checks. The fifth stimulus package has an add-on of SSI and SSDI reform. Let's go over the details. They're going to increase your benefit limits, remove the asset limit, add inflationary benchmark, then remove the income exclusion and remove the marriage penalty. It's a two-step, 2-month process that starts in September, just like fourth stimulus. But there was a lot of breaking news yesterday, Friday, and there will be some today, and I know exactly what's going to happen. So I'm going to tell you how to decipher through today's news because it's all great news. So what is this fifth stimulus? It will raise your benefits up one big time. Who's you? You. If you're on SSI, SSDI, Social Security, railroad benefits, veterans benefits, SSA, and survivor benefits, your benefits will be raised up one big time. And yes, if you're on multiple benefits, all of them. Then they're going to add a new benchmark, and that benchmark is inflation. Now, how does a benchmark work? It works the following way. In December, you get a letter say, hi, we looked at the benchmark, and it went up 4%, inflation. And so next year, your benefits will go up 4%. That's how a benchmark works. Now, what happens if the benchmark comes in at 0? You do not step down. They don't give you less money. They either give you the same amount of money you got the year before or more money. Here's an example. They're going to raise your benefits up under the fifth stimulus package. Then let's say the inflationary benchmark in December is 3%. So then they'll raise you up another 3% the following year. If the year after that, the inflation is 4%, they raise you up another 4%. If for 5 years after that it's 0, you're not going to step down. You'll just stay the same. Now, here's the breaking news that's happening today and the breaking news that happened yesterday. It's that people are trying to really get a sense of where this inflation number will be in December. And yesterday, one of the heads of the regions of the Federal Reserve Bank was asked, what's the inflation rate going to be? He would not answer the question. But when asked where he thinks growth is going to be, he says, well, we currently have growth at 4% this time of the year, right now. But in December, we have it at 10%. Wow, 10% is a lot of growth, folks. That is not 3% inflation. It's a lot bigger. And it follows after a week ago when Jeremy Siegel last Friday, had a chief economist and professor at School of Wharton, came out and said, I think the inflationary rate will be 20%. Just 20% would send your benefits through the roof. So what's happening today? Today, the Federal Reserve Chairman, Jerome Powell's minutes from the Federal Reserve's meeting will be released. And I can absolutely guarantee you, he's going to say, the inflation is going to be 2 to 2.5%. Why does he keep on saying that? Because he needs to keep the Wall Street markets calm. He's not going to say 20%, which would absolutely cause the economy to go in a tailspin. So he's going to keep on claiming that the inflationary rate is lower than it is. Understand that even 2.5% means your benefits would step up 2.5%. But if this tracker tool is correct and that 10% growth is predicted later this year, you're not going to be at 2.5%. You'll probably be at 5 to 6% inflation, which is incredible great news for you. All right, next they're going to remove the asset cap. It dates back to a 1980s law that says you can't keep assets on hand more than $3,000 and stay on benefits. Gone. That's especially helpful to get stimulus checks. Then they're going to remove the income cap dating back to a 1960s law that says you can't work and also stay on benefits. So if you want to work $1,000, $2,000 a month, you can and still stay on benefits. And finally, they're going to remove the marriage penalty, which our viewers have just absolutely been so ecstatic about. And it's just very exciting for me as well. It means that if you're married, you will no longer be penalized and lose your benefits. And it also means that if you have not got to married for fear of losing your benefits, now you can go get married and not lose your benefits. Incredible, great news as love wins. So let's go back to what's going on with July. And let's go over the breaking news about forced stimulus. First, let's go over the month of July. It's important to understand that ultimately, in a channel where there is literally 3 different stimulus packages happening at the same time, it's very hard to keep track of one from the other. But suddenly, some viewers, and I think sometimes it's a troll, but sometimes viewers are saying, no, in July, it's that. At the moment, I have identified no less than 3 things happening in the month of July. 3rd stimulus, 4th stimulus, and another bill that's not even stimulus. That can cause a lot of confusion to a lot of viewers. Let's go over what's happening in July. In July, the children's check lands under 3rd stimulus. In July, the 4th stimulus check, which was covered in this video, goes for a vote. Also, what happens in July? A standalone bill called the budget bill goes for a vote. I could fully expect someone looking at the budget bill in July say, there's nothing in there for that. Well, because you're looking at the wrong bill. We're at this bill over here. So just understand there's a lot of bills going on in July. A lot of things happen in the month of July. Next, let's go over the breaking news that's happening for 4th stimulus checks. We're suddenly seeing that the other items of 3rd stimulus are falling by the wayside, and they're not going to come back under stimulus number 4, with the exception of the stimulus checks. Rental stimulus is not coming back from 3rd stimulus into 4th stimulus. I've already warned you in this video. So rent assistance, mortgage assistance, homeowners assistance, eviction moratorium, and mortgage forbearance, all in the 3rd stimulus will not be in the 4th stimulus. We got to prepare for that. And then unemployment assistance under 3rd stimulus package is not coming back under the 4th stimulus package. PEUC, PUA, and FPUC are not coming back under the 4th stimulus package. The reason why is they have their own respective issues that has to be addressed. And Democrats don't think that they need to be continued as the pandemic comes to an end. That's incredible great news for stimulus checks, where both Democrats and Republicans have understood that even as the pandemic's over, even as people are back to work, even as people are making money, they're behind on their bills because of the pandemic. And the only way to get them behind on their bills caught up is a stimulus check. That's why Republican governors who are vowing to end unemployment benefits early are saying, I know you're behind your bills. Here's a stimulus check as well for you. So the great news as we go into a new morning is that stimulus checks have incredible push across the board with people understanding that you need to get caught up on your bills. And that's why, in the view of the situation, when you look at the House versus Senate proposal, the Senate proposal makes more sense. It's a faster, bigger cash infusion that gets it done and gets people caught up on their bills. That's the mindset of a stimulus check. And that stimulus package, let's go over it. The Senate proposal is $2,000 a month over 6 months, potentially we're on the street, or $1,400 a month over 6 months, $8,400. While the senators have not specifically delineated the amount per month, that is what the word on the street is about the stimulus amount. And yes, you would get it if you make less than $75,000. If you are a household of 4 or less, if you're on SSI and SSDI, you would get it. The House proposal would provide you stimulus checks of $1,000 a month for the remainder of the pandemic, but the Senate proposal would provide you a lot more over a shorter period of time. In essence, giving you more money or potentially the same amount of money as a House proposal in half the amount of time. And there you go. What should you anticipate for the rest of this week, and what should you anticipate for today? The president will continue the messaging to get the 4th stimulus out the door. Great news. Janet Yellen will continue to talk about corporate tax rate. She'll continue to confuse the situation by suggesting that we're still modifying the corporate tax rate different than what the president had days before. Ignore it. And then you're going to have the Federal Reserve talking about inflation as maybe 2.5%, maybe 3%. The federal chair's job is not to give a specific number because he doesn't want Wall Street betting on his inflationary number. Nevertheless, when this video you learned about the fourth stimulus check, those monthly stimulus checks, the fifth stimulus package, the reform for SSI and SSDI, and the big money landing to you directly or automatically, or that you need to go get it. So go get it, and I'll see you on Mornings LA. Meantime, still playing on this channel, live overnight is our big crypto overnight show. It's a fun show. Jump in there. 9 hours of live feed with live chat. I'm always in there, so jump in, ask questions away. Love to see you. It's a big hit show. So subscribe, like this video, and consider becoming a member. Purple Hawk, Purple Power Cow, CNO VIP. Stay informed, stay focused. Members get access to the PDFs that delineate what's in the third, fourth, and fifth stimulus package. And I'll see you in a few hours from now on Mornings LA. Stay informed, stay focused, and stay with LA for more.